Did you know that the number of young people and adults using e-cigarettes as relief for anxiety has skyrocketed in recent years? But does this device truly solve the problem, or is it just creating a new trap? Today, we are uncovering the truth about the connection between anxiety and e-cigarettes. What you're about to hear might completely change your perspective. E-cigarettes emerged as a modern alternative to traditional cigarettes. With promises of fewer health risks and a variety of appealing flavors, they've especially captured the attention of younger audiences. At the same time, anxiety has become one of the most common mental health issues in the modern world. The connection between these two factors seems inevitable. But what many don't realize is that this relationship can be far more dangerous than it appears. Today, we are diving deep to explore whether e-cigarettes truly help combat anxiety or if they, in fact, amplify its negative effects. Get ready for a deep dive into this important topic. Let's be honest. Who hasn't searched for a quick fix to deal with anxiety? Rapid breathing, a racing heart, a mind full of worries. The promise of a device that calms you in seconds is tempting, isn't it? E-cigarettes hit the market with an aura of modernity and convenience. But what do they really offer? The vapor you inhale is loaded with nicotine, the same addictive substance found in traditional cigarettes. Nicotine has a stimulating effect that paradoxically creates a momentary sense of calm. But that's only part of the story. The calming effect of nicotine is fleeting, and before long, the user needs more to feel the same relief. This is where the cycle of dependency begins. There's also a social element involved. Many start using e-cigarettes under the influence of friends or the illusion that they are harmless. However, this hides the real dangers, creating a false sense of security. Another critical factor is the normalization of use in social settings. Unlike traditional cigarettes, which face stricter restrictions, e-cigarettes are still seen as more acceptable, contributing to the rise in users and deepening dependency. Recent studies reveal that the relationship between e-cigarettes and anxiety is, at the very least, concerning. Contrary to popular belief, nicotine does not reduce anxiety levels in the long term. In fact, it can make them worse. Why? Nicotine interferes with dopamine levels in the brain, one of the neurotransmitters linked to pleasure and reward. At first, this might seem beneficial, but the brain quickly adapts. Over time, it becomes reliant on nicotine to produce dopamine, leaving the user more vulnerable to stress and, you guessed it, anxiety. Additionally, science points to another issue. E-cigarette devices often contain additional chemicals that can irritate the lungs and have other adverse effects on the body. This means that beyond the impact on mental health, the body also suffers. One recent study found that teenagers who use e-cigarettes are more likely to develop mental health issues compared to those who have never used them. This directly challenges the notion that these devices are safe or a healthy alternative. Picture someone who turns to e-cigarettes as an escape during tense moments. Initially, it seems to work. They feel a false sense of relief, but this effect quickly fades, and the discomfort returns. So, they vape again. The cycle repeats, and before long, the person is dependent on the device, not just for the nicotine, but for the habit of using it as an automatic response to stress. This cycle is even more dangerous because, in seeking immediate relief, the user avoids addressing the root of the problem. They condition their mind to rely on an external stimulus to cope with difficult emotions, making it even harder to pursue real, lasting solutions. What's most alarming is that this dependency doesn't solve the initial problem. Anxiety doesn't go away. In fact, it often intensifies. Studies show that people who use e-cigarettes are more likely to report severe symptoms of anxiety and depression. On top of that, physical dependence combines with psychological dependence, creating even greater barriers for those who want to quit. It's like being trapped in a maze with no way out, where every attempt at immediate relief leads back to the same starting point. And it's not just the mind that suffers. The body pays a high price too. Research shows that prolonged use of e-cigarettes can cause damage to the lungs, cardiovascular system, and even the immune system. Moreover, the connection between anxiety and physical health is clear. The more anxious you are, the more vulnerable your body becomes to illnesses and complications. In this context, e-cigarettes act as a catalyst, worsening the situation on multiple levels. The adverse effects on physical health also impact daily performance. Many people report excessive fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and even sleep problems. All of these factors create a vicious cycle, where declining physical health contributes to increased anxiety. It's important to note that the side effects of e-cigarettes are still being studied, but the evidence so far points to significant risks. This includes respiratory and cardiovascular diseases that can manifest in the long term, further amplifying the harm to the user's overall health. We live in a world where everything needs to be quick and immediate. Solutions like e-cigarettes seem to fit perfectly into this lifestyle. But the truth is that complex problems like anxiety require deeper solutions, not temporary fixes. We are bombarded with aggressive marketing associating e-cigarettes with a cool and trendy lifestyle. When combined with the vulnerability of an anxious person, this equation becomes dangerous. Additionally, social pressure and natural curiosity lead many to try e-cigarettes, believing that just once won't cause harm. However, that one time can be the beginning of a habit that's hard to break. It's important to understand that we are shaped by our environment and the choices we make, and recognizing this can be the first step to escaping this trap. The good news is that there are healthy and effective alternatives for dealing with anxiety. Therapy, meditation, physical activities, and even maintaining simple habits like a good night's sleep and a balanced diet can make a huge difference. Support programs and communities that help people quit e-cigarettes are also options that have helped thousands of individuals worldwide. Another effective strategy is to invest in self-awareness and learn to recognize the emotional triggers that lead to e-cigarette use. By identifying these moments, it's possible to seek healthier alternatives to cope, such as breathing techniques and mindfulness. Don't underestimate the importance of a support network. Talking to friends, family, or a healthcare professional could be the missing step to starting this journey of transformation. What do you want for your future? To remain trapped in a vicious cycle, or to take the first step toward a more balanced and free life? Anxiety is something that can be treated and overcome. But e-cigarettes are not the solution. Reflect on the choices you make daily. Small changes can have a huge long-term impact. Quitting e-cigarettes is not just about physical health, but also about mental and emotional well-being. Additionally, by making this decision, you can inspire those around you. Imagine the positive impact this can have on your community, helping to build a healthier, more conscious environment. The truth is, the solution to anxiety doesn't lie in a device, it lies in you. Face your fears, seek help, and trust that real relief comes from within. If you've made it this far, it's because you crave change. So, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this message. Oh, and don't forget, the next video is already appearing on your screen. Let's build a lighter life together, free from addictions and full of achievements. See you there.